What's up, y'all? I hope everybody out there is doing well. So let's go ahead and get down on this video. And I want to talk about the passing of Tania Nicole Mitchell, who was 27. She was from Flint, Michigan, and she was found deceased on June 18th, the day right before Juneteenth. And it's very sad because they said that they found her, Hanging, from a tree in Gwen Park in Miami-Dade County, Florida. Now, of course, there's no major news coverage about this situation, and it's just a pretty sad thing. It's a reoccurrence of what happens when there's a black person that deletes themselves and they try to say that they did it in that way. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that black people, we don't do that to ourselves, right? If we're going to take ourselves out, there's other avenues we'll take before we go there, correct? Now, the gist of the story is that Tania was going down to Miami to celebrate Juneteenth with some friends, but she didn't make it to celebrate Juneteenth with her friends because she passed away the day before, and within the fashion that I just named. Now, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is saying that this was self-inflicted, but Tania's family is highly contesting that theory. They're saying that there's no way in the hell that Tania would have done this to herself. Now, let me read to you what the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office had to say. So it says, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office understands the death of Tania Miller has generated concern within the community and extends its condolences to her family as they navigate through this tragic loss. Ms. Miller was discovered on Thursday, June 18, 2026 at approximately 6:20 a.m. As with all death investigations, MDSO detectives, in collaboration with the Miami-Dade medical examiner, conducted a thorough investigation examining the scene, evidence, circumstances surrounding the incident. Ms. Miller was found with all of her personal property, and the investigation found no evidence of foul play consistent with a S, all right? Anyone with any additional information related to this case is encouraged to contact MDSO. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression or mental health challenges, please seek help by calling or texting the National S and Crisis Lifeline. All right, so you heard what the MDSO had to say about the situation. And so what I'm going to do right now is turn your attention to people who's talking about this and highlighting the fact that there's been no media coverage as it pertains to this horrific story.
Sincerest condolences to the family. Yeah, the picture you just saw is Tania Nicole Miller traveled down from Michigan to Miami, Florida to celebrate Juneteenth. Yeah, she was body found from a tree. And of course, the police narrative is always the same. You guessed it. They said. So let's reiterate this for the ones that might not know and for the ones that maybe forgot. Original women, black women globally, are the most unprotected women of all groups. Let's start there. And now that we've gotten that truth out of the way, let's keep it a buck. Original women are not committing suicide via themselves. Neither are original men committing suicide by themselves from trees. There was another black woman, 2023, Orlando, Florida, same thing. The police came with the same thing. But let's make sure that this story gets shared. Share this video because news media, they're not sharing anything. You don't even hear about this story via news media. John Henry Clark said it right. We have no friends. YK the brand.
A young woman named Tania Nicole Miller was reportedly found in a tree at Gwen Park in Miami. And before I say anything else, I need y'all to understand why this one hit me in the chest. I grew up in Miami, not visited there sometimes, not moved there when I was older, or got transplanted there from Atlanta. I mean summer camps. I mean July 4th celebrations. I mean family reunions, running around with cousins. I'm talking about being a kid at that park. So when I saw people talking about a black woman found from a tree there, my heart dropped and sank into the bottom pits of my ass. Because I know that park. I know those streets. I know those people. And I know enough to know that something about this story ain't right. And as we would say in Miami, something in that milk ain't clean. Now let me be responsible. Authorities have reported and described her death as an apparent suicide. We don't have all the facts. We don't have the final medical examiner report. And we don't have answers. But what we do have is a black woman found tree in the South. And if you're black, you understand what that image does and how it lands differently for us. Because some of us don't even have grandparents old enough to make that history feel distant. For many of our families, that history still sits at the dinner table and watches your kids. So I got questions, a lot of them. And I think that a lot of us all should. Because what's bothering me almost as much as the story itself is how little attention it's getting. A woman was found a tree in a major American city at a major park in that city, a black woman in Miami, and somehow it's not the story that everybody's talking about. It's not on Channel 7, on Deco Drive, on all of the Fast Fives. It should be a concern to all of us, not because we should rush to conclusions, but because we should care enough to demand clarity. And here's the part that I need black people to hear. We have to stop confusing awareness with action. A repost is not accountability. A hashtag is not accountability. Being sad for 24 hours and then moving on to the next thing on our timeline is not accountability. I want to know what the organizers are doing. I want to know if there's going to be a visual. I want to know if there's going to be a community meeting. And I want to know if people are demanding answers. Because if they are, tell me where everybody needs to be so I can make sure that everybody gets there. So I can make sure that if I got the flight money, I can be there. And if they're not, that's a bigger problem. Because every time something happens to one of us, the response is silence. We teach the world that silence is enough, and it's not. Tonia deserved more than silence. Her family deserves more than silence. And our community deserves answers. And until we get them, I'll wait.
Assalamu alaikum. Everyone that's saying that it's fake on the news on what happened to the young woman that came to Miami-Dade County and is saying, oh, this is AI. It's not AI. I'm here at the park, Miami-Dade County, to show you that this is true. Here's the tape. They will not just have this tape just sitting around here for no reason. As you can tell, it's everywhere. It's not fake. It's true. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones when they come out here to visit. Assalamu alaikum.
Whereabouts for Tonia, for those of you in Michigan, Flint, Michigan. This is her last whereabouts. It's 2 ways, 3 ways you can enter this trail. You can enter it that way. It's another trail coming this way. And you also got that way straight ahead. But this is where she had to be. I mean, it's pretty crazy, pretty ironic, very diabolical. Somebody would do such horrible act and such heinous act like that. But this is her last whereabouts. For those of you in Flint, Michigan, who are worried about Tonia and worried about how this Grand Cherry Park look. This is the back of the park. This is the tape. I'm assuming she was maybe up between there type thing. And it get pretty dark out here too as well. And this is all the yellow tape, the kerosene tape. And see that guy, he's walking back there right now. It's a pretty decent long trail. This is just a side. This is more field but more gated, and this is the whole interest to get back here. And once you come back here, you run into a dead end. But this is the part, and totally back here is a dead end.
All right, so you all just heard all of that. Now there's a lot of people that are questioning the legitimacy of this story, but MDSO, they did respond to it, so it has to be true. And of course, like I said previously, and just like the people that were talking about the situation that I implemented within the video, everybody is wondering, why isn't there more media coverage? And it makes me think that maybe MDSO is complicit in all of this. Maybe they're the reason why she's passed away. Now, I will say allegedly, but it's just pretty strange that there was no really further investigation in my eyes. I mean, they came to that conclusion as fast as they came to the conclusion that Carmelo Anthony was guilty. So I just don't know about this. Something ain't right. It's off. I think that they know more than they're letting on. They're trying to sweep it under the rug. They don't want national attention on this story. And the powers that be are not going to cover this story because I just feel like they maybe have been told that they need to leave this story alone. I mean, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust the mainstream media whatsoever. Now, there's a couple things that I do find funny about this story is the fact that we've been told that Tonia's family feels that she didn't do this to herself. I haven't seen anybody make a video from her family. I haven't seen the friends that she was supposed to go visit in Miami make a video about their friend losing their friend or anything. So it just seems strange that I haven't seen no public videos, if you guys have, from her family or her friends talking about this matter. If you have, please send it to me and I'll stand corrected, but I haven't seen it so far. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you all to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this. Have a beautiful day and be blessed.